Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about luxury and high-end products. I have a ton in front of me right now that I am absolutely in love with. These are ones that are tried and true and I always know will work for me. Because I test so much makeup on this channel, high-end and drugstore, there's a lot of hits and misses out there, but these are the ones that I know that I absolutely love and I wanted to share those with you. If you're new here, my name is Amber. I'm a former hairdresser turned beauty blogger, and we do a lot of testing makeup, try-ons, and wear tests and dupes and all sorts of fun stuff on this channel. So if you like that kind of content, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna go through these the way that I applied them. The first luxury product that I absolutely cannot live without and that is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I love this stuff. It definitely has hydration that is locked up in the balm, and just a little bit goes a very long way. So then I'll kind of get it malleable with my fingers and rub it into my skin before I put on my foundation, and it's freaking beautiful. My skin always feels very hydrated without being overly greasy. It doesn't leave me with a cast at all. It's just absolutely stunning. It's been a game changer, especially for somebody who's combo to dry. This would be a wonderful product for you because it does give so much saturation and so much hydration to the skin. After that absorbs into the skin, I usually go in with my favorite foundation. I actually just got a hold of this during the Sephora sale. I was pleasantly surprised. Price tag is a little bit higher, but it's well worth every single penny. And what I'm talking about is the Good Apple foundation from KVD. I love this stuff. I actually am in shade 12 and it just blends in so beautifully. It takes a lot to get rid of all the redness that I have in my cheeks and to kind of block that out so that I can put other things on top of it. Once it dries down, it's more of like a soft matte finish, which is fantastic, and it doesn't budge or move once I go in with my other cream products on top of it. It is beautiful. It lasts all day long. I can't live without this foundation, and I didn't know what I was missing until I had this in my collection. This has definitely gone to the top of the list for Holy Grail status. I don't know if it's there just yet, but it's definitely on its way. So the next thing on the list are my contour sticks. I've got one from Fenty, and this is in the shade Amber. I love this color. It's so soft and more on the cool side, and it just gives me just a little bit of the dimension that I'm looking for without going orange on me. And then I have Summer in the So Soft Contour Stick from M Cosmetics, and this one is beautiful because it is a little bit more on the warm side, but I mix these two together and it just gives me the most beautiful contoured look without being too ashy on the gray side and too warm on the orange side. I couldn't have asked for a better pairing, and it was so by accident. I ordered one that was too dark and one that was too light, and they play off each other perfectly. It's so creamy and they're so blendable, and the texture of them are so perfect. They're just a beautiful pair together, and who knew? It's awesome. I love them. And the other contour that I use all the time that I don't ever use on my face, but I use it on my jawline, funny enough. This is a perfect jawline contour for people who are more on the fairer side and are more pink like myself. And what I'm talking about is called the Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer. And this one is in Amber. It is so gray and I would never use this on my face, but on the jawline to give you that shadow, it's stunning. It works so well. I have it on today. It blends out like a dream. You can go in with a brush, or if you want to tap it out with your fingers or with a sponge, it works well too. It doesn't get patchy, and it just gives you that beautiful fake look of a shadow so that you have that beautiful jawline kind of chiseled look, because sure as shit I do not have a neck nor a chin that, you know, is nice and defined, but this gives me a little bit of that deviation so you can actually see that they're two separate things. It's an amazing, amazing jawline contour. By far one of my favorite luxury products. So the last cream product that I absolutely love is a Nearly Neutral Cream Blush, and I love this. I know a lot of people say that it blends out to nothing. I actually really enjoy something that has just a little bit of pigment. I usually go in with my stipple brush and I'll just kind of pack it on there. But again, because the foundation is so good, it doesn't disrupt what you put down, and you just kind of blend it out with a nice stipple brush really, really lightly, and it's perfect for everyday use. It gives you a little bit of color but doesn't overdo it. It's really easy to just kind of go in and blend out. It doesn't get patchy on me. Because I'm so rosy and red naturally, this just gives me a little bit of a kiss of that color. It's buildable. I love it. So to set these cream products, let's talk about some powder products that are more high-end that I just absolutely love. The first one is newer to my collection, but raised up the ranks, and I am always going back to this, is the One Size Made for Shade Bronzer and Sculpt Trio. And this one is medium trio. It looks like this, and the packaging itself is absolutely gorgeous, but I love the fact that it comes with 3 different colors. You have a contour color, a sculpting color, and a bronzer. I love them all. I usually go for the contour color most because it's not as warm as these two, but this color is so pretty. It just blends into the skin. A little goes a very long way, so you just need to pat your brush in there one time. You don't have to swirl it and swirl it to get any kind of pigmentation. It blends out perfectly. The fact that it's got 3 different options for you all in one palette, this one is awesome. So the next thing that's worth every single penny is the lighting palette from Hourglass. I love this because depending on what brush you use, it can be a very gentle kind of glimmer, or you can build it up and it could be shockingly bright. But the powders themselves are baked, and because of that, I can use a more dense brush and give myself a lot of glow, or if I just want something really subtle just to catch the light when I move my head, that's what this does for me. There's not a whole lot of deviation from each shade. What I usually do is take my fan brush and just go in to all 3 of them and then go ahead and put it on the cheeks. They don't accentuate any of the texture of my skin. They don't show anything other than just a nice natural glow. So the next high-end luxury product, let's say top 3 favorite palettes in my collection from Natasha Denona, and I'm talking about the Metropolis Palette. I know a lot of people don't talk about this palette. It actually just came back on their website because it was discontinued. But I love this palette. There's so many different colors. I love the fact that there's oranges and greens and blues and pinks and browns, and it's a little of everything for everybody. I just love the fact that there's different formulas in here too. There's cream to matte formulas, regular powder, mattes, there is shimmers and glitters and toppers, and just so many good things in this palette. And the fact that the cream to powders can be used as liners too, which is fantastic. You don't have to worry about bringing a liner with you because you already have it in this palette. The fact that they brought this back made me so happy because I finally got my hands on it, because I had taken a break for about 3 years, so I wasn't really keeping up on the makeup trends or any of the new products that have been released over the last 3 years. And this is something that I had missed out on and skipped out on, and it broke my heart because it was so beautiful, and I finally got my hands on it, and it was well worth every single penny. They blend out so nicely. They kind of just blend themselves, quite honestly, and it's just so versatile. And I love the color story that's going on in this palette. I feel like there's a lot more fun things that you can do with this palette. That's why I love it so much, and the fact that you can go any different direction with any different color. Okay, so let's talk about some mascara. I usually, and I have said this publicly in videos before, I don't buy high-end mascaras. Hardly ever. I mean, it takes a lot for me to buy a high-end mascara. So the one mascara that I really like and have been using non-stop, and it's a sample size, which it's still lasting, which is crazy, is the Ilia Limitless Mascara in After Midnight. I love it because of the brush. I don't know if you guys can see that. The brush is amazing because it's got teeth on one side, and then it's got the kind of fluffier brush on the other side. It just gets through all the lashes and makes them so fluffy, and it gives it more volume and length, and I really love this mascara, and the formula is wonderful. It doesn't give me raccoon eyes, so I couldn't ask for more than that, but I think it might convert me to actually buy higher end mascaras, because I have been buying drugstore mascaras forever, and I've always said that there was no reason to buy high-end mascaras. The only reason why I love this so much is the brush. The brush and the formula on this is just chef's kiss, so good. Highly recommend it. And my lower lash mascara. I know I'm so extra because there's 2 different mascaras that I absolutely can't live without, but This one is a ride or die for me. This is the only mascara that I bought for my lower lashes for years, and I don't think I'd be stopping anytime soon, but if they discontinued this, I'd be really, really upset. What I'm talking about is the Bottom Lash Mascara from Clinique. I love this mascara. It has got the tiniest little wand ever. And it's perfect for your lower lashes, just getting in those little tiny areas, and even on the upper lash, like on those corners and the inner corner of your eye. I love the formula. I don't ever see raccoon eyes or it coming down on my cheeks. It doesn't flake. It's so good. So I do have a couple more things that I'd like to talk about, but they are lip products. So the one lip liner that's high-end that I will splurge on occasionally. I've loved the color for a long time, and it just reminds me of My Lips But Better. What I'm talking about is the Subculture pencil from MAC. This is definitely my go-to. It's what I keep in my purse. I go through them so quickly. It's nice to finally find a dupe for it, which I did in my dupes video, which I'll put in the cards up above. But this one, I don't know, it's ride or die. It's one of those things. It's good for everybody because it's just a neutral pink color. It's perfect. I just love it so much. So one of my favorite lipsticks that I never talk about on my channel, but I love off camera is from Makeup Forever. This one is the Rouge Artiste Natural N4. It's like a pinky nude color. I love this so much. It's what I have on my lips today. That with the Subculture pencil is like top notch. I love this one because it does have a little bit of a matte formula, but it's not overly drying. It's kind of nourishing, and it's so perfect just to have a nude lipstick that looks like, again, My Lips But Better, and it just fills in lines that I have in my lips. It's perfect, and I hardly ever talk about it, but I love this color, and you can get it on Beautylish, but I don't think you can get it on Makeup Forever's website anymore. So those are my top picks for luxury items that are well worth the money. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you guys want to see a version of this that's affordable and drugstore, I can definitely do that. Please let me know in the comments below. Give it a like and give it a subscribe before you go, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.